Money on my mind, got my money in my mind, right? Money on my mind, got no time for that limelight. I'm from California, man, I guess we'll start with that. Banged out starter caps, glued to the cul-de-sac, looking like an artifact, trying to get their money back. Yellow jackets coming, mom about to have a heart attack. Southeast San Diego, we was at the heart of that. You moved about the hood, my nigga, you ain't want no part of that. Move to work and let the money drip the laundry mat. I pray to God the homie get his little daughter back. So many problems and it's not even a part of rap. So many suckers and they hating and they copycat. And life is bigger than these bitches that you hollered at. And if you bleed it out, I better get $3 back. And all I'm giving is the facts. Pay attention to the stats and never making mention of the jacks. Gotta keep the money stacked, work your way through the traps. Money motivated to the max. Money on my mind, got my money in my mind, right? Money on my mind, got my money in my mind, right? Money on my mind, got my money in my mind, right? Money on my.
What up? What up? What up, man? Yeah, we back in this motherfucker, man. What's the word, man? This is the remix with Cali Dre. Cali Dre is in the motherfucking building, man. How y'all living today, man? What's up with y'all, man? It's been a minute. I feel like it's been a motherfucking minute since I've been on this shit, man. Hey, listen, I've been out here grinding, man. Been out here getting to it. You know what I'm saying? This the remix with Cali Dre, sponsored by nobody. So hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit that Cash App. Because when you don't, I gotta get out here and get in these motherfucking streets, man. You know what I'm saying? I gotta get out here and do my 1-2, man, and do what I gotta do. You know what I'm saying? So, man, help a brother reach the mountaintop. Get me to the motherfucking promised land, man. Y'all know how this shit go around here, man. What's up with y'all, man? It's been a long minute. Yeah, man. But yeah, man, there's been a bunch of shit going on. Felt like I had to come tap in with the people one time, man. You know what I'm saying? So I got a bunch of good stories I'm around for y'all tonight, man. I got a little bit of politics, a little bit of news, and you know what I'm saying? We definitely gonna tap in with that Offset situation as well, man. Want to see what's going on with that. And then I got a story that's gonna blow your motherfucking mind, man. So sit back, relax, roll up, you know what I'm saying? Pull up, you know what I mean? We're gonna hit that late night tonight, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm gonna give you some good news and good entertainment with this shit, man, because yeah, I got some shit that's gonna blow y'all minds tonight, man. So sit back, rock with your boy Cali Dre, man. I'm streaming on YouTube, Twitch, Kick, you know what I'm saying? I'm on all the platforms, man. Wherever, if I ain't where you at, holla at me and let me know. I'll pull up over that motherfucker, do my 1-2, you know what I'm saying? Come over there to kick in the motherfucking door, talk a bunch of shit, because that's what I do, man, you know what I'm saying? I've been out for a minute, but I'm back in, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, yeah, we finna get to it, man. Like only I know how to do it, you know what I'm saying? So where I want to start this shit, man, I think I'm gonna start with OG. I think that's what we're gonna do, man. I think we're gonna start. I'm gonna talk a little politics tonight, man. So I'm gonna start with OG and let OG do his motherfucking 1-2, as only y'all know how to do on this bitch, man. You know what I'm saying? This the remix with Cali Dre, man. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely gotta let OG, you know what I'm saying, speak his piece in this motherfucker, man. So yeah, let me pull this up real quick, man. How y'all living though, man? The fuck y'all been up to, man? I ain't been on this bitch in a minute, bro. You know what I'm saying? I've been laying low in the bushes in this motherfucker, man. But I'm back. Pulled up. It's too much shit going on in the world for me to be sitting back, you know what I mean? Not doing a goddamn thing. So I had to pull up, come fuck with the people one time, man. So yeah, man, I got a story tonight that's gonna blow y'all motherfucking minds, man. So yeah, sit back and relax with your boy, man. Let me pull OG up, man, real quick. Let me pull OG up and let OG do his 1-2, as only OG know how to do. You know what I'm saying? Because we ain't gonna get into politics tonight, so it's only fitting to talk some truth to power before we get this shit popping, man. So without further ado, Vietnam veteran, chinchilla coat on, talking this motherfucking shit, man. That's how we do it, man. This is the remix with Cali Dre. Let's get it, man.
Bunch of bitches.
Right here.
You heard it from me. That's right. I hope you can see through those thick-ass glasses that you fucked up. You stand there and sanction this bullshit, and they kill a woman. They're ruining businesses that have been here for generations. They're fucking up this community. You can go home safe, but no, you're here to terrorize this city. A bunch of bitches, if I've ever seen a bunch.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you to your face.
Yeah.
And if you don't like it,
fuck you. Let them know, OG. Let them know we not fucking around over here, man. Listen, It's that real truth to power on this motherfucker, man. That's the first and foremost thing that I aspire to do with this platform, man. We're gonna speak truth to motherfucking power all day long. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I got a bunch of interesting shit we're gonna talk about tonight, man. So I'm gonna just get into it. Shit, I ain't want to waste no time, man. I got a couple stories that y'all motherfuckers ain't gonna believe. So yeah, let's get right into it, man. Let's get right into it. Let's start where I want to start with this shit. You know what? Let me go to my threads real quick, man. Let me go to my threads real quick because I got a few things I want to share over here on this thread that we definitely need to talk about, man. Because it's a lot of bullshit going on in the world and in this politics, and we gonna tap into it, man. So yeah, let's look at this real quick. Let's look at this real quick.
The media companies they've launched, the media companies the president has sued and gotten $90 million from. There's also the gifts like the $400 million Qatari jet, the gold crown from the South Koreans, the gold golf balls from the Japanese. It is a staggering list, one some ethics watchdog groups call unprecedented in modern history.
Yeah.
But especially when the person at the top is the person who promised to clean it all up.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. So MS now breaks down how Trump is cashed in on his presidency, man. So I want to take a let me rewind this back a little bit. Let's take a look at this real quick. Right? Let's take a look at this real quick. So we got Donald Trump's organizations. We got the media, the Bitcoin, the tokens, World Liberty Financial, Truth Social, Media Cell. Now, this is the president of the United States who's really not supposed to be making any money while he's the president of the United States. That shit's called against the law. Emoluments clause. Go look that shit up. But as you can see, Trump's business deals, they continue like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Got the Qatari jet, the shit he got going on in Mar-a-Lago. Nigga selling merch. How the fuck are you selling merch as the president? How the fuck is the president selling merch? Like, God damn it, bro. This is the shit that I'm talking about, man. How's the fucking president selling merch, man? Like, Trump media, Bitcoins, token, all kind of shit. So this is like a bunch of ways that Trump's getting money and you guys aren't getting money. So I'm just trying to freeze it right here real quick so that y'all can take a picture of this shit, snapshot it, clip it. I don't give a fuck what you do. Just pay attention to this shit because you're not getting any of this money. I'm not getting any of this money. These are Trump's relationships. This is where Trump breaking his bread down right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm not getting, I ain't touching none of this shit. 90 million. You know what I'm saying? Flip mode action. What up? You know what I'm saying? What up with you? I appreciate you for coming to rock with your boy, man. I'm really kind of blown away by some of these things that I'm gonna show y'all tonight. And this is one of them. These are all of the ways that Trump's making money that you're not getting any of. That's kind of what I was talking about. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so we're gonna dive more into that as the show goes on, man. But I just wanted to show y'all that. What is this shit right here? Kanye West was booked as a headliner. Brands are now pulling their sponsorship. So it's some kind of festival coming up. They booked Kanye. Some of the big brands are now pulling their sponsorship dollars from said event due to Kanye West's association. So I thought that was pretty interesting, man. What else we got right here, man? Bay Area gas prices climbed to an average of more than $6 a motherfucking gallon. Listen, if y'all ain't living in California, man, y'all you don't understand. You don't understand. Cause this shit real out here, man. Yeah, I mean shit. You damn near paying to go to work at this point. Every time you go to your job now out here in Cali, bro, you're actually paying money to go to work. Shit crazy, man. Shit crazy. What else we got, man? Donald Trump threatens to jail journalists who first reported on the downed airmen in Iran. So I wanted to point this out because this is some dictator shit right here. I just want to throw that out there and be very clear about that. There's some dictator shit right here. Any leader that attacks the media and threatens to jail reporters is on some authoritarian dictator style type of leading. And I think that should just be, that should just be put out there on the forefront, man. People got to understand that, like, that's where it's at. That's what it is. If you don't believe that, you need to go study some of the authoritarian governments and how they've treated the media, right? And I told y'all this all the time. And the Holocaust started with a mass deportation, right? So this is a play. This is a plan, and it's very easy to understand. And it's the patterns are there. You just got to go and look at it, man, and believe what you're looking at, or tap in with your boy Kelly Dre, and I'm gonna show you. You feel me? But yeah, flip mode action. That's most definitely his plan, man. But I'm not shocked though. That's the thing. I'm not shocked. I've been watching this play run out, right? You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna tell y'all, this shit is real simple. Like, it's not even complicated, right? It's not even complicated. I'm gonna tell y'all this, right? When you go in your bathroom and you turn the water on the faucet on, and then you turn it off, and then those little drips, the little drips that come down the sink as your faucet is off, that's called the trickle down. Okay. That's called the trickle down. Everybody has a faucet in their sink. I hope you motherfuckers is living in a good spot somewhere. Go turn your faucet on and run it for about a minute and then turn it off. The excess water that drips down from the faucet, that's the trickle down. And that's what Republican politics is selling you. They're saying we're going to give all the money to the corporations and we'll hope that it trickles down on your forehead. Right? We hope that if we give them all this money, we will be able to, they'll be able to open up jobs for you. But we've given them over $2 or $3 trillion to this point. Y'all can let me know. Does anybody have a better job right now? Has your wages increased in any significant way within the last 4 to 8 years? I'd say, yeah, man. So it's all in the wordplay, and the wordplay. You know what I'm saying? The psychology behind the wordplay, man. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I mean, that's exactly what it is. It's trickle down economics. That's what they call it. That's why they name it that, because it's a philosophical thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure you've heard of trickle down economics. You probably never really sat and thought what that shit really mean though. But that's what it means. You know what I'm saying? That's what it means. And I don't want my money trickling down. That's basically why I'm telling y'all this shit. I don't want my money to trickle down. Open the goddamn floodgates to my money. You know what I'm saying? Turn the faucet on and just leave that motherfucker on. All goddamn week. All year. For the rest of my life. Like, I don't, like, why turn it off? Like, the fuck? So, again, man, words are very important, and how people use them. You just got to break that shit down, man. Shit, even Florida cost of living going up. They say Florida cost of living is nearly quintuple over the first decade, or I'm sorry, over the last decade. So shit, even Florida, man, you know what I'm saying? Shit going up everywhere. I thought this was pretty cool. The guy who was arrested for vandalizing Trump's Hollywood star was bailed out by the last guy that vandalized Trump's Hollywood star in 2016. So this is what I call real fucking patriotism right here, man. You know what I'm saying? This shit, reading this shit right here made me a proud American today. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers is still out here standing on real business morals and principles about this shit. You know what I'm saying? Coral Springs Vice Mayor Nancy Matar Bowen shot to death by her husband in Florida. So I wanted to take a look at this shit because this shit was wild right here. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel.
26. We initiated an investigation into the well-being of Vice Mayor Nancy Matar Bowen at approximately 10 a.m. this morning. The investigation, through investigative techniques, we arrived at her residence at around the 800 block of Northwest 127th Ave. Once at the residence, we did locate the body of a deceased black female that we identified as Vice Mayor Nancy Matar Bowen. This is being investigated as a domestic violence incident. Her husband, Stephen Bowen, is in our custody. There are no additional suspects at this time, and there are no immediate threats to anyone in the public.
Shit. Damn, y'all can't even hear me. I'm sitting here giving y'all this good ism, man. Y'all can't even fucking hear what I'm saying, bro. I appreciate that flip mode action, man. I need that, man. But this looks like another story of a senseless killing, man. Unfortunately, she was taken out by her husband, and yeah, you know what I mean. Yeah. My bad. Shit, I'm high in the motherfucker already. The show just started. I'm high as a bit, but yeah. So rest in peace to her, man. Prayers to her family, man. That was a definitely an unfortunate situation. What else did I want to show y'all? So Fox is reporting that a family says that their 3-year-old immigrant girl was allegedly sexually abused while in federal custody. So I'm gonna be looking for some more information on this story. It just popped up, man. I wanted to actually just speak on it. So but yeah, Fox is reporting that there was a 3-year-old girl that was allegedly sexually abused while in federal custody. I'm assuming that's ICE custody. But so yeah, we definitely gonna be looking for some more information on that because that's fucking wild. You know what I'm saying? Trump said the war over, but the White House asked Congress for a record-breaking $1.5 trillion in defense for the 2027 budget. But I thought the war was over, according to Trump. With it, so why if the war is over and we kicking their ass so bad, why does he need an extra $1.5 trillion in the defense budget? Some shit I just can't explain, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't got all the motherfucking answers, man. But I could see the play and I could see the problems in this bitch, man. Another Trump quote. President Trump says the U.S. is the only country stupid enough to allow birthright citizenship. Now, for those of y'all that don't know, birthright citizenship is just basically says if you're born in this country, you're a citizen, and you have the citizenship rights from birth. You know what I mean? And Donald Trump, obviously, I guess, does not agree with that, man. What else, man? Oh yeah, Trump's new budget as well, man. He gonna cut some TSA funding. He's gonna require privatization of small airports. So y'all just seen what was going on with the TSA, the lines, that shit was out of control. So how many of y'all think that's a good idea or what, man? Because I don't. What else has this administration done this week? The first black Air Force chief, the first woman to lead the Navy, the first woman to lead the Coast Guard, all fired by Pete Hegseth in the last 14 months. So I thought that was pretty fucking interesting. What else? A pound of ground beef now costs more than a minimum wage in America. $8.96. Damn. So a pound of ground beef costs more than minimum wage. Damn, when I first saw this, I didn't really understand what the fuck they was talking about. But now that I'm looking at this shit, the meat's $8.96, minimum wage, what, $8.95? $8.95? So they're saying ground beef costs more than minimum wage now. I thought that was some interesting shit, man. What else, man? What else? California gas prices surge, added cost drivers now near $1 billion. So the gas price surge is cost Californians $1 billion. So where's that $1 billion going? That's always my question when it comes to monetary shit and government, right? Where's the money going? And it's not going to you and me. That's the fucking problem with this whole shit. What else? Damn. Oh, I posted a bunch of Trump shit today. I guess all this shit stood out to me, right? Like Trump suggests states raise taxes to pay for child care and federal government can't afford it. So he basically wants the states to raise taxes to pay for child care. But had you elected Kamala Harris, you know what, man? I remember there was a time when Kamala Harris proposed giving all you motherfuckers with kids $5,000 for each of your goddamn badass kids. And yet she wasn't black enough for motherfuckers, man. And now you got Donald Trump suggesting that states raise taxes to pay for child care because he's about to cut that shit. along with some other shit. So yeah, we're gonna get into some of that, man. But I all that shit stood out to me, man. Here, let's get the hell off this threads, man. Cause that shit actually is kind of pissing me off, man. This the remix with Kelly Dre, man. I'm back, man. Hit the motherfucking like button. Subscribe to this channel. You know what I'm saying? Tap that Cash App for your boy one time. That'd be dope. You know what I'm saying? Holla at your boy on that Cash App one time. But yeah, man, I got a bunch of shit I want to cover, man. So I'm finna get right to it, bro. I'm finna get right the fuck to it, man. You know what I'm saying? What's the first story that I wanted to cover, man? Let's see where we want to go here. Yeah, man. Subscribe to the channels, man. I'm on YouTube, Twitch, now streaming on Kick as well. To all my Kick viewers, man. What up to y'all, man? You know what I'm saying? Make yourself at home. Yeah, man. But yeah, I got a bunch of interesting stories, man. Let's dip. Actually, you know what? Let's stay on this politics shit real quick. Because I got a couple things couple videos I want to look at on this politics shit real quick. Where do I want to go with this? Nah, not that one. Yeah, let's look at this right here. Hit that like button, man. Subscribe to the channel. You know what I'm saying? Here, let's remove that. Let's do that. Live TV, man. Y'all watching this shit in real time. You feel me? In real motherfucking time. You feel me? But yeah. Yeah, that shit crazy right there. Okay. All right, look, we finna do this like this. Let's look at this right quick. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this video, man.
There are mass protests everywhere in the Middle East right now as millions of people, if not tens of millions of people in the Middle East are out there protesting the Trump regime and the Netanyahu regime. What you saw there at the beginning of this video was a 1 million-person protest in Baghdad where there were Shiite clerics calling for Iraq to join the war on Iran's side against the United States.
Yeah, what y'all think about that? So it's 1 million motherfuckers out in Iraq. They trying to jump in the fight on Iran's side. Now, if you guys know anything about the history between Iraq and Iran, traditionally they don't get along, right? It's like Shia, Sunni. You go back to the Iraq war, you can kind of brush up on what those distinctions are. Or we get my nigga Cash Bags in here at some point. I had Cash Bags break that shit down to y'all. You know what I'm saying? But those two countries really don't get along for the most part. And so the interesting thing about that is this war may have unintended consequences of uniting countries that usually don't fuck with each other against us. So I think that's something else to pay attention to in this whole conflict thing. You see Russia and China are you know, helping Iran. You see now Iraq is thinking about jumping in the fight to help Iran. And so all of these things are happening. For what though? Like, what the fuck is this war about? People? Does anybody know? Because I don't fucking know. Yeah, let's check in with this.
And Israel, I'll show you more B-roll of this massive protest. I mean, quite literally, it's like hundreds of thousands. They're saying millions of people. You could judge for yourself this crowd size out there to see a Shiite cleric and the people of Iraq showing solidarity with the people of Iran. And so for those saying that Donald Trump and Netanyahu were going to be greeted like heroes in this region, all they have done is sparked further sectarian rifts, and you're seeing the Shiite community now across the Middle East stand up and hold these protests. And again, it's not just in Baghdad, Iraq. I mean, we're seeing them in Syria. We're seeing them in Yemen. The Houthis were out there. I mean, hundreds of thousands of protesters, as many people as the eyes could possibly see. And then, by the way, even in Tel Aviv, in Israel, you had mass protests against the Netanyahu regime demanding that the war end in Israel. Let me show you that one right now. I mean, this is as
Yo, before we get to that, I think it's important to point this out, right? So in Israel, Benjamin Netanyahu is under investigation for a lot of crimes. A lot of crimes. And so he's trying to keep this war going to facilitate getting out of those crimes. Just much like Donald Trump, to get out of his crimes, ran for president. And so both of these, Netanyahu and Trump, are in similar situations. They're both in office, escaping, prosecution for felonies in both of their respective countries. And I think actually Netanyahu's facing war crimes. So again, when y'all are watching some of these things, when you are, when you are paying attention to this politics shit, always look at who's aligned and always follow the money. You know what I'm saying? Why are these entities aligned, and where's the money going? Those are the only two fucking questions that I ask on almost every political situation, because they're gonna get you the answers that you're looking for in most cases. You know what I mean?
Their prime minister, Benjamin Netanyahu, has been making videos himself all day, bragging that we, Israel and the United States, have destroyed 70% of Iran's steel production capacity. Today, we attacked their petrochemical plants. We will continue to crush them, is what Netanyahu said, as he and Donald Trump have also destroyed a lot of civilian areas, also Beirut in Lebanon, basically completely destroyed the suburban areas and civilian areas. Take a look at some of these protests erupting in Tel Aviv, calling for an end to the war. Play this clip.
So this protest going on in Israel as well, man. So as y'all can see, there's people out in the streets everywhere
And
that's protesting what's going on with this Epstein war. You know what I'm saying? There's people all over the world that are very much pissed off about this Epstein war. I want to play this right here because I thought this was real dope. And I think this is a very interesting contrast in leadership. And so if you look at the moves that the leadership in this country has made, and you can see the decisions that they made and where the fuck we at now. You know what I'm saying? I want to contrast that with another leader that's been in war for the last couple of years, and that's Vladimir Zelensky of the Ukraine. Now, the Ukraine is not like the United States. They're not the dominant power in their region. They're actually one of the smaller powers in their region. But Ukraine has been putting up a hell of a fight for the last few years. They predicted that the Ukraine war would last weeks. And now we're in year 3, year 4 of this war, right? And so I want to contrast leadership styles for y'all. The leadership style that y'all see in this country every day on whatever news channel that y'all watching. You know what I'm saying? From the goofy motherfucker that's on Pennsylvania Avenue. And I want to contrast that with this right here, man. Hit that like button.
Ukraine's President Zelensky has checkmated Donald Trump, as Donald Trump has removed the sanctions against Russian oil, as Donald Trump has allowed Russian tankers into Cuba, as Donald Trump has invited the Russian Duma leaders into the United States Capitol and to meet with the State Department. You had Zelensky cooking behind the scenes as Donald Trump's security umbrella that was promised by the United States to the Middle East has been utterly destroyed by Donald Trump. Guess what Zelensky did? He headed to the Middle East and he basically told Qatar, Saudi Arabia, UAE, Jordan, Kuwait, and others, you're doing it wrong. These THAAD and Patriot systems, yes, they serve a purpose, these ones that are made by the US, but you can't be shooting these interceptors at these Shahed drones at the rate you're doing it. You're going to completely exhaust your interceptor munitions and your capabilities, and certainly your reserves. You got to focus on the way drone technology is utilized and fought against in modern warfare. You got to focus on interceptor drones. You got to focus on the right technology, the netting and other things to stop these drone swarms, how you shoot them down. By the way, at the Midas Touch Network, we did a whole documentary called The Drone Hunters at Kherson, where we were on the front lines with the drone hunters of Ukraine as they shared their expertise. So as Trump, from a security umbrella standpoint, has really betrayed the Middle East, Zelensky was right there this past week and a half. Who did he meet with? UAE, Qatar, Jordan, and Kuwait. He describes these meetings, and he inked billion-dollar deals because these countries that are now being hit by Iran in retaliation for Trump and Netanyahu's invasion of Iran because they have American bases in it. They need to stop these shotgun drones and drone swarms of Iran and ballistic missiles. And Zelensky has both on the offense, he's been using the most advanced drone technology there is to strike Russian positions. And on the defensive side, using the interceptor drones, the netting, and other technology, drone jammers to stop the drone swarms. Zelensky writes as follows. It has been a very fruitful visit to the Middle East and the Gulf region. We already have landmark agreements with Saudi Arabia, the United Arab Emirates, and Qatar. We are also working with Jordan and Kuwait. Rustem Umerov is currently in the region continuing political level negotiations, he reported to me today. And there are already additional requests from Bahrain and Oman. For Ukraine, this is not only a matter of prestige and respect for our people, it's a very practical battle. We are exporting our system of protection, the skills of our warriors, the knowledge that our state possesses. And from these partners, countries, we expect reciprocal security engagement.
Yeah. So all that means is Ukraine is the best in the drone game. They've been tearing Russia ass up with them drones. So now the president of Ukraine has said, y'all got a drone problem? We can help y'all with that drone problem. So he's gone to all the countries in the Middle East that Iran has bombed and basically sold them his defense system that from their excellent capabilities. He's inked billion-dollar deals with multiple Middle East countries, and I thought this was a G-ass move. And so because again, when you think about politics, it's like chess, right? It's a chess game, and the different moves that are made have an outcome on who wins the game. You know what I'm saying? And for Vladimir Zelensky, I've always had a lot of respect for, what he's done, because even on the first days of the early invasion of Russia, the United States tried to get Vladimir Zelensky out of the country. And he replied to them, I just need more bullets and more guns. I don't need a ride out. And I thought that was some G-ass shit, because a lot of these leaders would, bail on their people and all kind of shit, right? But nah, bro stayed. He was frontline with his people. He leading the military, leading the country. And now he inking billion-dollar deals across the Middle East, going up against probably, the number 2 or 3 nuclear power in the world. And, after we, as the United States, have cut our support that we were supporting for Ukraine. You know what I'm saying? So again, man, the Ukraine thing is very important because Ukraine sits in the middle of Russia and our NATO allies. And if any of our NATO allies get hit, if a bullet falls on NATO soil, we have to defend them. That's basically what that means. And so the importance of Ukraine is very much downplayed by the Trump administration, because Trump is in bed with Putin. He's in bed with Russia. And so, for him, Ukraine is not that's something that'll ruffle Putin's feathers. And that's, if you guys have been looking at Donald Trump's presidency for the first term and the second term, the one person Donald Trump will not go against is Vladimir Putin on any level, no way, shape, or form. And you guys can go check me on that if you want to, but I'm telling you. So again, I think this was a very G move. This is what real leadership looks like. And I think that it should be highlighted, and that's why I'm highlighting it. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna tap in with a little bit more of this because I'm gonna get off this politics in a minute, man. We're finna get shift gears and get to some other shit. But yeah, let's check in with a little bit more of this, man. Hit that like button.
Already agreed on opportunities to strengthen air defenses, on the joint development of defense production, and on energy cooperation, including diesel and other critical supplies that we need right now. So as Donald Trump is betraying Middle East allies, Zelensky's heading in there and inking sustainable 10-year deals that are win-wins for Ukraine and these Arab nations. You know, Donald Trump is like flipping out though, because like, in my opinion, okay, these meetings that were held in Miami between Witkoff and Kushner, and on the Russian side, Yushakov and Dmitriev, I don't think it takes a rocket scientist to say they were probably talking about when can we find the perfect time to remove the sanctions on Russian oil. The Russian economy was crashing. They needed a bailout. The Iran war provided perfect cover for the U.S. to remove those sanctions against Iran. That's what the U.S. did. Remember, they invited then those Russian Duma, they're like the Russian Senate. Those leaders were in the Capitol last week. The Russian cargo ships also went to Cuba. Donald Trump's gone out of his way to help Russia. And now Donald Trump is demanding that Zelensky, and the Trump regime officials have demanded that Zelensky stop using Ukrainian drone swarms to attack the Russian oil depots and the Russian pipelines and the Russian export hubs.
Now, I want y'all to think about that, right? Russia is helping Iran. We're in a war with Iran, and Russia is helping Iran. But yet, Donald Trump is relaxing sanctions on Iran. He's got Russian officials visiting the country, inviting them over. So again, Putin in Russia is one entity that Donald Trump will not cross for any reason. And I always ask the question of why, but I think I already know the answer, and it has a lot to do with the Jeffrey Epstein files. And we'll dig into all that another day. And actually, I have dug into that. So go run up some of them old videos, man, about the Epstein files, and y'all can catch the fuck up to where I'm at. Hit that like button, man.
Russian LNG facilities. Trump's like, you got to stop doing that, because even though Trump has removed the sanctions on Russian oil, Zelensky has stepped up the drone attacks and missile attacks on the Russian oil positions, which has reduced Russia's ability to export oil. And Zelensky responded very strongly to Trump. Here's what Zelensky posted yesterday. He goes, "We are not just carrying out strikes on Russia. We are responding. After the global energy crisis began, we received signals from some partners requesting that we reduce our responses targeting Russia's oil and energy sector. I emphasize once again, if Russia is ready not to strike Ukraine's energy infrastructure, we will not retaliate to theirs." Pause for a second. You notice that he's not.
Yeah, basically he's saying in so many words, the United States is trying to get Ukraine to lay off of bombing Russia, but Russia is helping Iran bomb and kill American soldiers. So I want y'all to think about that. And I'm giving y'all this contrast in leadership because I think it's important. If you watch the beginning of this, you saw Zelensky has gone across the Middle East and basically offered drone defense technology to all of the countries that Iran is bombing. Donald Trump doesn't like that, and he's trying to get Zelensky not only to stop that, but also to stop bombing Russia, while Russia is helping Iran bomb us. Now, I know that shit probably get complicated, and I could probably not even tell y'all that shit again like I just told y'all. But if you follow what the fuck I just said, it don't make no goddamn sense. You know what I'm saying? So that's the spin and that's the play, man. But I'm trying to show y'all this contrast in leadership because I think Zelensky hit a home run with going across the Middle East and providing defense technology to all of the countries that Iran is bombing, because that's a step up in leadership for his country. That's kind of what real leadership looks like, and it's a strong contrast to the bullshit that we seeing today on Pennsylvania Avenue. And so Vladimir Zelensky definitely deserves a big round of applause for what he's doing. His country is outgunned, undermanned, but he's been in the fight for 3 years. That was supposed to take 2 weeks, and now he's inking billion-dollar deals across the Middle East. When Trump's fumbling around and stumbling around and doing all kind of other bullshit, man. Hit that like button.
Not using the U.S. by name, but who else is he possibly talking about? And so he's saying, as this global energy crisis began, right? He's not going to say it here because he's being diplomatic, caused by the United States and Israel. We received signals from some partners, right? He's giving cover to the U.S., but he's referring to the U.S. That's obviously coded language for the U.S., in my opinion, that we reduce our responses targeting Russia. Trump removes oil sanctions against Russia and then asks Ukraine, stop targeting the Russian oil that we've removed the sanctions on. Do you see what's happening here? And Zelensky's like, well, if they stop attacking our energy infrastructure, we'll stop attacking theirs. But as long as they're invading us and trying to destroy us, why would we stop our attacks on them? Does that make any sense to you, Donald?
And why the fuck would Donald Trump ask them to do that? Does that make any goddamn sense? No, it doesn't. And so again, man, can anybody tell me why we are at war with Russia? Man, leave me a comment. Like, that's the one comment I haven't gotten in the last 2 or 3 weeks. Why the fuck are we in Iran fighting a war against Iran, but also helping Russia at the same time when Russia is helping Iran? The motherfuckers we're fighting. Let me try to say that again for y'all. We're fighting Iran. Donald Trump went to go knock on Iran's door and fight. Russia's helping Iran fight America. And Donald Trump's easing sanctions and trying to get Zelensky and Ukraine to stop bombing Russia. But Russia's helping Iran, who we're fighting. That's why sometimes this politics shit give me a headache, man. And that's why sometimes I don't go on every goddamn day, because I can't even talk about politics every day because it's a bunch of that kind of spin shit. And I'm tired of spinning. I'm fucking dizzy, man. Gas prices got me dizzy, man. So I'm gonna break this shit down for y'all. I hope y'all listening, man. Run it back, spin it back, clip it, whatever the fuck y'all gotta do, man. Just understand. Y'all being played, man. If you are a BAGA supporter, you're being fucking played, bro. And that's just the reality of this whole shit. So I'm gonna get off this politics shit, man, because I got some other things that I want to talk about. But yeah, y'all let me know in the comments, man. Like, what y'all think about this? Like, what are we doing? You know what I'm saying? I try to break this shit down as simple as I can for y'all, because I know politics gets big and bulky and motherfuckers don't want to dive in. And so that's why I try to put a little spin on it and just, get y'all short clips and shit that y'all can understand, man. But at the end of the day, I think if you go to your local gas station or you go to your local grocery store and then you look at your check for the last year or two, the math ain't mathing. You know what I'm saying? And when the ends ain't meeting, somebody need a beating. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how I feel about shit, man. But yeah, we gonna definitely stay on politics, man. But I'm gonna actually get off of it right now because, again, I think that I've illustrated enough, and I got tons of more videos I could show y'all, but I think I've made my motherfucking point tonight, man. And so, yeah, we gonna jump, we gonna jump because I got a couple other stories that I want to talk about, man. Where I want to go with this shit. Here, let's look at this story right here, man. Because actually, this is actually kind of related to, what's going on in politics, man. It was an American journalist that was kidnapped, man. So I want to take a look at this real quick. Let me see. Here, let's put this up here right quick. Hit that like button, man. Subscribe to the channel. I appreciate y'all for rocking with your boy, man.
This video showing the moment American journalist Shelley Kittleson is kidnapped in Baghdad by suspected Iranian-backed militants. Iraq's Interior Ministry tells us the silver car pulled up as Kittleson was waiting on the side of the road. Two men bundle her into the back seat, and seconds later, it drives off. Authorities say security forces chased the kidnapper's vehicle, which crashed and was badly damaged.
Damn, I just fucked that whole shit up. Here, let me spin that back real quick.
Kittleson is kidnapped in Baghdad by suspected Iranian-backed militants. Iraq's Interior Ministry tells us this silver car pulled up as Kittleson was waiting on the side of the road. Two men bundle her into the back seat, and seconds later, it drives off. Authorities say security forces chased the kidnapper's vehicle, which crashed and was badly damaged. But some of the men escaped with Kittleson. One suspect arrested. The State Department says they have ties to Kitab Hezbollah, a militia supported by Iran. Efforts are ongoing to secure the release of the kidnapped journalist, Iraq's government says. Kittleson has extensive experience reporting in the Middle East.
You need to develop that gut feeling and you need to follow it.
Okay, so this is the lady that was kidnapped, American journalist in Iraq. She's reporting on the war, I guess, from there, but she was kidnapped, broad daylight, it looked like, and I don't think she's been returned as of yet, man.
The Al Monitor website, which she writes for, saying we call for her safe and immediate release. Kitab Hezbollah has a long history of kidnappings, holding Princeton researcher Elizabeth Zirkov for 903 days before the Trump administration negotiated her release last year. And the State Department says they warned the journalist about threats made against her while she was in Iraq, and the FBI is now involved in the case. Tom, we thank you for
okay, wow. So it looks like she was getting threatened. Hezbollah is a very well-known terrorist organization across the Middle East and around the world. But yeah, that's a sad story, man. So hopefully, you know, she gets returned safely, and that you know, situation can be resolved. What else did I want to look at? Yeah, let's look at this story right here, because this is wild. It says new video shows a suspect before gunfire broke out in a bar. So let's look at this real quick, man. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel, man. After this commercial. Yeah, I'm saying. Here we go. Let's get it.
These two guys following a deadly shooting at a bar in Queens. It happened early Tuesday morning in Kew Gardens. A 29-year-old man was shot and killed. That man's family telling us tonight that he was an innocent bystander caught in the crossfire. Eyewitness News reporter Savon Kim with the new details.
This is new video released by the NYPD of two men who allegedly fired multiple shots into a crowd inside a bar, killing an innocent bystander. Watch again as the two suspects stroll into the mostly empty bar with both of their faces covered. The man in the pink hoodie appears to draw his weapon from the back of his pants. The pair then head straight to the rear of the bar.
Just after that happened, there are cops here in the corner, you know, every other hour.
Connor Harbison is a barber around the corner, arriving at work yesterday morning to homicide detectives and evidence markers scattered everywhere. A firearm laying on the sidewalk at Metropolitan Avenue by Lefferts Boulevard, the crime scene, stretching across the street and down the block. Harbison says the bar generally draws a friendly crowd.
A lot of college kids that are finishing up school in St. John's, they come around and locals come. It's a very fun environment. It's a good vibe. The neighborhood is very quiet and it's very family oriented. And it's very, very rare that you hear something like this happening around the neighborhood.
Yeah, well, not on that night, my brother. Not on that night. New video shows suspects before the gunfire broke out in a bar in Queens.
In Kew Gardens, Queens. Residents say they heard a loud argument and 5 gunshots. Investigators say one of those bullets struck 29-year-old Dimitri McKay in his left arm, went through his arm, and struck him in his heart. McKay's father is declining to speak on camera, saying his son was a humble young man who rarely went out and wouldn't want the attention. He says his son was with his girlfriend that night. She says when those two men came in, they started a fight with someone in the back, so they got up to leave. That's when gunfire rang out. Bar employees also say McKay was, quote, very much an innocent bystander, and say the suspects came in looking for trouble, but it was with other patrons. Police have made no arrests. In Kew Gardens, Stefan Kim, Channel 7, Eyewitness.
Yeah, that's a wild story right there, man. It's going down in New York, man. Hey, listen. Oh, we ain't done in New York either, bro. By New York, you motherfuckers is out of control, man. Like, y'all gonna see. Y'all gonna learn me tonight, man. Hit that like button, man. This was a story I wanted to look at, man. It was a bus that plunged into a river, man. They got this shit on video. So it says around 50 people were on board when the bus tipped 30 feet into a river this is in Bangladesh. Okay. 52 miles from the capital. Bus plunges into a river. I don't know if the driver was drinking. He was on some of them opioids or them narcotics. But ain't no way a bus should have fell in the river like that. But it did. Yeah, that shit wild. That shit is wild. Imagine if you on the bus and that motherfucker you sleep, nodded off his shit, and the drunk ass driver drive you into the damn river. I'm suing every goddamn body. Yeah, that shit was wild. I saw this, I was like, damn. I listen, I gotta run that to the people, man. Like, this shit out of control. Don't ride no motherfucking bus in Bangladesh. If you ever should you find yourself out that way? You know what I'm saying? Because them motherfuckers obviously don't know how to drive. Yeah, that shit wild, man. That shit wild. Here, I wanted to look at this as well, man. They said they found 25 pipe bombs.
After about a week, it was clear that
25 pipe bombs found in a White Plains apartment. So let's jump in with this real quick.
Right now at 5, neighbors say they've heard that boom before. The man under investigation for making and using bombs, which led to a street shutting down yesterday. And you won't believe how many police say they found in his home. Good evening. I'm Christine Johnson.
Welcome back. I'm Jessica Moore. A White Plains man is accused of using a weapon of mass destruction after that explosive incident that we first told you about yesterday.
A federal prosecutor says investigators found 25 pipe bombs inside his apartment.
What?
Tony Aiello was in federal court as the charges were announced.
In a courtroom at the White Plains Federal Building, a prosecutor said it was, quote, a miracle 65-year-old Raymond Elders didn't injure or kill someone. Quote, his behavior was dangerous, flagrant, and reckless.
I come back. FBI and the bomb squad is out outside of our house.
about 4 in the morning, it was a boom.
Residents on Odell Avenue say they've heard frequent small explosions in the area, but 2 big ones on Monday brought White Plains Police, the FBI, and
Hold up. Let me spin that back a little bit because I think they had the pipe bombs on the table. Is this the pipe bombs right here? That can't be the pipe bomb. They just got them sitting right there. I hope that's not the pipe bombs right there, bro. But in any event, it may not be the Iranians we got to really fucking worry about. It's motherfuckers like this, bro. 25 pipe bombs sitting in his basement. They're just letting the motherfuckers loose in the middle of the night. That's the guy. That might send you to your maker right there, man. Well, it might not even be none of this Iran shit. Hit that like button, man.
Small explosions in the area, but 2 big ones on Monday brought White Plains Police, the FBI, and ATF. They searched Elder's apartment at 11 Odell Avenue. Prosecutors say they found supplies to make explosives and 25 complete pipe bombs. When White Plains Police took Elders into custody, the feds say he had black and blue residue on his hands and was holding a lighter. The prosecution also says this March 18th surveillance video shows Elders light a device, throw it, and walk back home before it explodes.
Oh, yeah, lock his bitch ass up. Lock his punk ass up. It's broad daylight. This motherfucker out here lighting and throwing off pipe bombs in the middle of the neighborhood, bruh. Yeah, lock this motherfucker up, bro. Like, I'm trying to tell y'all, bro. Iran might not be the motherfucking problem, bro. I'm just trying to let y'all know. This goofy motherfucker right here might have took the whole block out.
This March 18th surveillance video shows Elders light a device, throw it, and walk back home before it explodes.
We just want to be safe where we live, and in this day and age with all this terrorists, who knows?
Residents are relieved and anxious for a quiet sense of normalcy to return to their street.
I think the city should kind of rethink, how much security we have in this kind of neighborhoods and do something about it.
Elders faces a total.
Yeah, she basically saying she want to see a heavier motherfucking police presence out there. You know what I'm saying? NYPD, y'all ain't doing y'all motherfucking job. That's basically what she's saying. But yeah, man, that shit wild right there. I mean, there's not even no commentary or explanation for just some local random asshole with 25 pipe bombs in his basement, lighting them bitches up in the middle of the day and at night in your neighborhood. Like, what? I mean, lock his punk ass. I guess that's the only commentary I have on that. What else did I want to look at, man? Dramatic video shows a plane making an emergency landing on a damn highway, man. Let's take a look at this real quick.
Dashcam video captures the shocking moment a Pennsylvania highway turns into a runway. First responders rushing to the scene.
The airport been notified.
A small prop plane threading between speeding cars Saturday morning on Interstate 78 outside Allentown, Pennsylvania. An incredible emergency landing, stunning drivers on the road.
What if you did on the freeway high in the motherfucker, blowed off that gas? You know what I'm saying? You got that za. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Putting the radio on. Oh, I got some Tupac on the radio. You know what I'm saying? All eyes on me. You look out your goddamn passenger window and a motherfucking prop plane is landing on the goddamn freeway. Hey, that'll fuck your high all the way up, though. Oh, God, that'll fuck your high all the way up. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I mean, shit. I guess that it's a good thing that it was able to land. You know what I mean? That's the good part about this whole shit. And it stayed intact. It didn't get hit by no cars. It didn't crash. So that's a good thing. But goddamn, bro, where was you trying to go? Where you just end up on the damn freeway? So, yeah, man, keep your head on the swivel, I guess. Keep your motherfucking head on the swivel, man.
Wow. You see this in the news, but you don't see this in real life.
The FAA says 2 people were on board this Rockwell commander reporting engine issues. State police say the 2 were on their way to the NCAA basketball tournament in Indiana. They may be late to the game, but they're safe and uninjured tonight.
Oh, you're going to be late as fuck.
Pretty remarkable.
You're going to be late as fuck to the
no
game.
injuries. He did the best he could given the circumstances.
The plane bringing traffic on the interstate's eastbound lanes to a standstill.
Cars have started to try to turn around on the interstate.
Aerial views show a line of vehicles
Damn.
backed as far as the eye can see.
Motherfuckers was turning around on the freeway.
To tow the plane.
As it got closer, I was like, that plane's really freaking close to me. It was crazy.
Wow.
It was crazy. I was holding my breath the entire
That
time.
shit
I was
is
like,
wild.
The FAA and state police are now both investigating.
Oh, yeah.
Chandler,
You damn right they
NBC
investigate.
News.
We thank you for watching.
You damn right they investigated. The pilot might have been drunk as listen. The motherfucker driving that bus might have been drunk, and this pilot right here. Listen, he stuck the landing, so I can't go too hard on him because he actually stuck the landing. But I don't know if he was trying to land that bitch on the freeway. That's the question. You know what I'm saying? That's the ultimate motherfucking question, man. Let me see, man. I got a couple more little news stories I want to look at, and then we're gonna jump into the main event, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna waste no more motherfucking time with this shit because I got a story tonight. Listen, listen, let me get back to the screen. I got a story tonight that I promise you is gonna blow your fucking mind, bro. This is a story, and it's an old story, but I promise you've never heard it. And I promise you that when you do hear it, you ain't gonna fucking believe it. So that much I can tell you, man. But hit that like button, man. Subscribe to the channel. Let me see. I want to jump to a couple more news stories real quick. But yeah, man, please believe. Yeah. Shit gonna get real spooky tonight. Shit, that's the best thing I can tell. Shit gonna get real spooky tonight. Yeah, man. Let me see. What else did I want to talk about on this shit, man? Oh yeah. You know what? Let's go back to New York. Let's go back to New York. I told y'all these New York motherfuckers is wild, man. And y'all about to find out just how wild I'm talking about. Hit that like button.
Imagine being able to
Subscribe
build
to the
an app
channel,
with your
man.
name on it just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
And fuck Base 44.
It's a
Fucking up
story
my
you'll
show.
only see here on 12. A mother and son watching the moments the teenage boy was attacked after school by a group of 3 knife men, brought to tears after realizing they were trying to stab him in the neck. Police still on the search tonight for that trio. News 12's
shit.
has the story tonight.
Oh, hold on. Let me spin that back. Now, fuck the story. The story is in the video. The video's telling the motherfucking story, bruh. So you got a couple of guys that are running behind a young man and his girlfriend right here. And they hooded up, masked up, shiestied up. One of them take out a knife and just and try to go American me on this motherfucking neck right here, man. Hit that like button.
See here on 12, a mother and son watching the moments the teenage boy was attacked after school by a group of 3 knife men, brought to tears after realizing they were trying to stab him in the neck. Police still on the search tonight for that trio. News 12's Mike Lamort has the story tonight.
Wow. That shit could have been real tragic, bro.
Girlfriend were just trying to get home yesterday after school, but police say these masked men had other plans for the young couple. One of them running by with a knife can be seen trying to stab the 16-year-old in the neck before chasing the high schoolers down the block. Hugo ran.
Wow. Myself off the goddamn show. I didn't kick myself off the show. Like, Cali Dre, you done fucked up the whole remix, nigga. God damn, bruh. Listen, my bad. We back, though. We back. I done kicked myself off the damn show. Listen, let me spin this back for y'all, because I don't think y'all know how really get. New York, you motherfuckers is out of control, man. Out of control.
It's a story you'll only see here on 12. A mother and son watching the moments the teenage boy was attacked after school by a group of 3 knife men, brought to tears after realizing they were trying to stab him in the neck. Police still on the search tonight for that trio. News 12's Mike Lamort has the story tonight.
Hugo Reyes and his girlfriend were just trying to get home yesterday after school, but police say these masked men had other plans for the young couple. One of them running by with a knife can be seen trying to stab the 16-year-old in the neck before chasing the high schoolers down the block. Hugo ran home as fast as he could, knowing it could have meant life or death.
Away from me for no reason.
The teenager and his mother watched the attack in Aura as we gathered surveillance
They
video,
chasing his ass,
believing
too.
Hugo's attackers were on a mission that afternoon
wow.
to kill him.
I don't even know their name.
Oh, wow.
I don't know what
Hey,
school they go
listen.
to. They probably
Listen, bro. If bro would have been about a half a foot taller, this would have been a rockabye baby. You know what I'm saying? This would have been a rest in peace situation, man. Luckily, this 16-year-old was tall and he had a hoodie on, because I think that hoodie and that backpack might have saved his motherfucking life, man.
To kill him.
I don't even know their name. I don't know what school they go to. They probably don't even know me.
Hugo and his family now left with more
That's
questions.
wild. Bro said he don't even know who they is. He say it's just some random motherfuckers that he don't even know that ran up on him like this, bro. New York, y'all out of fucking control, man. Yo, fall back. NYC, fall back, man. Fall the fuck back, man. God damn, man.
As we gathered surveillance video, believing Hugo's attackers were on a mission that afternoon to kill him.
I don't even know their name. I don't know what school they go to. They probably don't even know me.
Hugo and his family now left with more questions than answers. Back at the scene of his unprovoked attack near 2560 East Tremont Avenue.
What's in your head to go harm somebody that has not done nothing to you?
The aspiring mechanic says he's lucky to be alive, showing us his wounds while he was at the hospital. The knifeman was fast, but Hugo's jacket caught most of the blade.
Thank God I'm here today to like
Yeah.
talk to my mom, laugh and cheer over my mom, talk to my siblings and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, young nigga, young brother, you need to be thanking your lucky stars for this shit, bro, because they tried to take you smooth the fuck out the game. You know what I'm saying? Off the board. You feel me? Like, look at this shit, bro. Bro just shorter than him. If he was a little taller, he don't got this hoodie and this whatever this little backpack shit is on. Listen, they chalk outlining his ass right there on the ground. That's a fact. Cause them boys ran up with bad intentions, man. And he say he don't even know who the fuck they is. That's the craziest part about this whole shit. Now, is he telling the truth? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? He's 16, 3 motherfuckers hooded up, chasing him. I mean, you know, he with his young piece, man. So shit, it could be over, you know, it could be over that. But motherfuckers ain't showing up like this if it ain't a problem. If they just don't know you and they ain't trying to rob you or you know what I mean? So I don't know, man. I think we got to get more details on that. But a 16-year-old stabbing victim speaks out following his violent attack.
Lucky to be alive, showing us his wounds while he was at the hospital. The knife man was fast, but Hugo's jacket caught most of the blade.
Thank God I'm here today to like talk to my mom, laugh and cheer over my mom, talk to my siblings and stuff.
Hospital, and 2 stitches later, his family is calling on other kids to stay alert.
Please be aware of your surroundings. I could have been right now planning for a funeral for my son.
A family relieved to be together tonight, but seeking justice as police search for Hugo's attackers. In Westchester Square, Mike Lamort, News 12 The Bronx.
Yeah, Bronx. Stand down, man. Y'all going too motherfucking hard in the Bronx, man. God damn, man. Fall the fuck back, man. Damn. But yeah, I told y'all, man, New York out of control. I don't know what the fuck going on in New York, bruh. Them motherfuckers wildin', B. They wildin'. You know what I'm saying? Shit bananas. Shit bananas, my nigga. But I ain't even done. Like, we ain't even done yet. We not even fucking done in New York, man. We ain't even done in New York. Where I want to go with this shit? Do I want to go to that other shit? Nah, we gonna spin back to New York. But trust me, I'm not even done in New York, bro. I got some things I want to say to New York because the next story I cover is most definitely out of pocket. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, let's jump to this real quick because there's some other crazy motherfuckers in the world too. You know what I'm saying? And
Knowing your right.
This shit right here is one of them, man. Florida man, 19 killed, cut up, and abandoned suitcase. I don't know what the fuck happened to this boy.
Remains found inside suitcases in a very remote area of Palm Bay called the Compound. Police now say they have a motive, a method, and a man in jail.
And Fox 35's Marie Ettinger is here with the latest details. Marie.
The man arrested in this case isn't just accused of murder. He's accused of targeting sex offenders, cutting up their bodies, and saving microscope slides with their DNA. People online are comparing this to the show Dexter. I talked with a forensic psychologist.
Oh, hell no. This motherfucker is a real live Dexter. We got a real live motherfucking Dexter, bro. Damn, hey, look at his face, too. That white boy crazy in a motherfucker, man. He look crazy, like he'll put in some work on one of you motherfuckers, man. That white boy look crazy. But Florida man, 19, killed, cut up, and an abandoned body found in some suitcases. And I think this is the motherfucker that did it right here, man. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. You know what I'm saying? This might be the motherfucker that did it.
Luke Jones had originally been brought in for disposing of human remains, but a new arrest warrant described it not just a horrible murder, but something allegedly targeted and planned, with evidence alleged to show future targets too. His arrest report accuses him of printing out a list of convicted sex offenders who lived near him and picketing Cody Lee Daniel. Police say Jones told his girlfriend he killed Daniel with a baseball bat, used a cleaver, saw, and knife to dismember him, placed the body parts in separate suitcases and bags, then hid them in the compound, but not before keeping a microscope slide with biological matter. I talked about that with a forensic psychiatrist not affiliated with this case.
Particularly with serial killers, you'll hear people keeping trophies or reminders of the crime. But I've actually never heard of someone keeping like a DNA slide. I've only seen that on Dexter.
Yeah,
That's detectives are still looking for Daniel's.
So this motherfucker was trying to emulate the Dexter show. You know what I'm saying? And listen, there's some crazy motherfuckers out there, man. Watch who you hanging out with. Watch who you sleeping with. Watch the motherfuckers that you go that's at your church, that's at your job. The motherfucker you calling over late night for the booty call. Watch every goddamn body, bruh. Cause this shit wild, bruh. This shit wild right here.
So, and are hoping a search of Lucas's phone will help them find it. They did find Daniel's skull with signs of blunt force trauma, a medical examiner reported.
For any crime like this, you know, history of violence, history of victimization, drug and alcohol history, other criminal history, that's also a risk factor.
Court records show Jones doesn't have any criminal history outside of being an aggressive driver. A few months ago, police say he was driving recklessly and caused a rollover crash that hurt two of his friends in the car. Crystal Wilson witnessed that wreck and said at the time she thought he should have served jail time for it. She hadn't heard about his murder arrest until I told her.
That is crazy.
Yes.
They should have put him in jail. They should have put him in jail. He wouldn't have done that. He needs help. He needed help then.
Yeah, so he skates
Right now, Jones is
off
being
the
held.
first crime. They let him out, and then he go ham. Now, I will say this. I mean, he did endanger, you know, convicted sex offenders, which, you know, that is what it is. I don't feel no kind of remorse for, you know, whatever happens to them. But at the end of the day, this motherfucker right here really carried it out. And so, and he kept the DNA slides on some Dexter shit. So this, I just thought this shit was wild as fuck, man. So I guess they finally got his ass in custody. Let's see how long he stays there. I doubt they let his ass out this time, man. This is another wild incident that just happened, man. So this was over the Easter weekend. Family finds a possible human remain during an Easter egg hunt. Now imagine you out with your kids and you chilling and y'all doing y'all Easter egg thing. You know what I'm saying? Y'all on y'all Easter egg shit. And one of your kids come up to you like, "Daddy, is that an Easter egg?" Boy, hell no, that ain't no motherfucking Easter egg. It's a goddamn, that's somebody else's head.
Human skull. CBS LA's
Yeah, human skull found during an Easter egg hunt, man.
Breaking tonight, a disturbing discovery in Long Beach. Children hunting for Easter eggs stumble on what they say is a human skull. CBS LA's Brittany Ehrman live at DeForest Park, where Long Beach police are now investigating possible human remains.
And Brittany, you talked with the family that made this discovery on Easter.
That's right. It's also heartbreaking, but I want you to look here, and it's still a very active scene here. You can see the entrance of the park there is still blocked off. What you can't see is right behind these trees is the investigation that is ongoing. Now, earlier today, DeForest Park was packed with kids running around, enjoying Easter parties with family, but what was supposed to be that exciting holiday tradition turned into this active investigation. A stark and disturbing discovery at DeForest Park in Long Beach. SkyCount video shows colorful Easter eggs scattered across the dirt path just feet away from what a family believes is a human skull.
What the fuck? Well, let me spin that back a little bit. That is so. I guess this is a park in Long Beach. I would say shout out to Long Beach. And I probably should say shout out to Long Beach, but I don't know if I can shout Long Beach out for this shit right here, man. So as y'all can see, it's Easter eggs all around in this area, and right here is where they're saying this is a human skull that was found during the Easter egg hunt.
Just feet away from what a family believes is a human skull.
I did start crying. It was sad.
Around 5 o'clock Sunday night, Long Beach police say they responded to the park after reports of possible human remains. Officials say the LA County medical examiner was called to the scene. The family told CBS LA off camera their children were hunting for Easter eggs when they made a disturbing discovery. What they believe was a human skull, possibly that of a young child with small bones found nearby.
Pretty tragic. Like,
You know, it's a day where I feel like you want to be with the family. You don't really expect these kinds of things. You expect to have a wholesome time.
Mark Saldana was at the park for an Easter gathering. He says he was walking along a trail when he came across the family just moments after the discovery.
At first, we saw the family there, like doing like an Easter egg hunt, but they were like freaking out a little bit.
It's terrible. We seen the police cars down here earlier when we were coming back from service.
Hours later, neighbors returned to the scene hoping for answers.
We're devastated. Just, we love this area, this neighborhood, and to think that this could happen to a little child.
For many, the focus now is on the children who may have witnessed something no child should ever see.
To be a child and find remains like that, I mean, it'd be traumatizing for a child.
Yeah, most definitely. Most definitely.
Like another kid must be tragic for them.
Yeah, most definitely, man. This is a sad story, man. In Long Beach, kids that were hunting for Easter eggs ended up finding a human skull and human remains of a young child. And so, I mean, that's very horrific. That's like traumatizing for them kids. So, you know what I'm saying? Prayers up to them kids for sure, man. And definitely make sure that they get the help that they're gonna most definitely need after this day. They probably ain't even fucking with Easter no more. I'm gonna be honest with you. I wouldn't even fuck with Easter no more. I know Easter represents biblical and things like that, but yeah, this will fuck up your whole Easter right here, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. This is a disturbing discovery right here.
To meet those kids who made that shocking discovery, and they appear to be doing okay. Now, as you know, and you can see right here, the investigation that is still ongoing. When we get more information as to what was found tonight, you'll be the first to know. Live in Long Beach, Brittany Ehrman, CBS LA.
Yeah, I mean, it is Long Beach too. You know what I'm saying? Shit, kids might be used to that kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, shit, you want to see a dead body. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, if you know, you know. But you know, prayers out to that family that lost that little kid. Prayers to the little kid, man, that the kids that found, you know, this situation, because no kids, you know what I'm saying, should have to be Easter egg hunting and have their Easter interrupted by this. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a sad story all the way around, man. I don't even know, you know what I mean, what else you could put on it. But you know, I hope everybody gets the help that they need, and I hope the family of the you know, child that was lost gets the closure that they need. You know what I'm saying? Because it's gonna be a lot of you know, a lot of days and long roads for everybody involved in this situation, man. So, you know, let's definitely pray for him, man. But yeah, let's go back to New York, man. I'm gonna spin back to New York because this story right here, this shit hit hard. And you know, we've already covered a couple of incidences that happened in New York, but this one right here is out of pocket, man. This one way out of pocket, man. Actually, even before I go to that, I'm gonna show y'all this, man, because this might be in New York too. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Man accused of attempting to push a stranger in front of a goddamn train, bro. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Oh, okay. No, this is Seattle. So this is in Seattle, Washington. Guy pulls up in a hoodie and he tries to push the bystander in front of a train. Watch your motherfucking back, man. Yeah, he timed it up too. He was trying to get his ass out of there. Yeah. The
music industry is reeling.
Watch our back, man. Hold on. Now we're not going to that yet. Yeah, I got
execution
listen, I got some other shit I'm about to show y'all too, but we're not going to that yet, man. I'm gonna go back to New York because this shit right here, this is out of pocket right here, man. This is way out of pocket right here. Do I have that one right there? Yeah, okay. So let's look at this story right here, man. It was a shooting in New York City, and a baby that was in a store in a stroller gets shot in a drive-by. Rest in peace
A
to the young
7-month-old
lady, man.
stroller was killed by an apparent stray bullet in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
A 7-month-old sitting in her stroller was killed by an apparent stray bullet in Brooklyn. Police have one person in custody in that shooting, but they're still searching for a second suspect. CBS News New York reporter Elijah Westbrook has coverage of this developing story.
Police say they now have one person in custody. They're still at this hour looking for the second suspect. They say he actually fled in this direction towards the Marcy houses, right by Moore and Humboldt Street.
The Marcy Projects. Who's that from Marcy? That's Jay-Z. That's Jay-Z hood right here. Marcy, East Williamsburg in Brooklyn, man. Shit out of control, man.
A massive NYPD manhunt, and all NYPD officers, in fact, have a very clear picture of the suspect on their phone. In addition, NYPD bloodhounds are currently working to track his movements. Now, it's a devastating moment you see there when a mother realizes her baby has been shot, seen in this surveillance video as she's panicking inside a deli. Police say 7-month-old Kiari Patterson Moore was in her stroller when gunfire erupted just before 1:30 Wednesday afternoon. Investigators say 2 men on a scooter drove by and the passenger opened fire, shooting at least 2 rounds. The family, you can see there, ran into the bodega for cover, only to realize the baby had been hit in the head. She was rushed to the hospital where she was pronounced dead.
This is a terrible day in our city, a tragedy that truly shocks the conscience. As a mother, I cannot imagine the pain that his family is feeling or the grief that they now carry with them. It is unspeakable. NYPD detectives will work tirelessly to seek justice.
There are no words that can mend the heartbreak this family is feeling now. No declaration strong enough to lift the grief they are now forced to carry. No embrace wide enough to heal the hole that has been left in their lives.
Well, just a senseless act. Police say this may be gang-related, but the baby was not the intended target.
Hold up. Now, how does that crash right there relate to what just happened? Let me spin that back.
Declaration strong enough to lift the grief they are now forced to carry. No embrace wide enough to heal the hole that has been left in their lives.
Well, just a senseless act. Police say this may be gang-related, but the baby was not the intended target. The NYPD says they're looking for, listen up, a young male last seen wearing gray pants and a white T-shirt with a black surgical mask covering the lower part of his face. Again, they say that he fled towards the Marcy houses, not too far from where we're standing live right now on Moore Street.
So hold up. They got into a crash after? Was this before or after the shooting? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
In their lives.
Damn, they flipped their ass off that bike. These motherfuckers is lucky to be alive too, bruh. God damn.
No embrace wide enough to heal the hole that has been left in their lives.
Well, just a senseless act. Police say this may be gang-related, but the baby was not the intended
Guns
target.
fell out on the floor.
NYPD says
Right in
they're
that
looking
crash. Y'all
for-
see that? Guns fell out on the ground. I just seen, damn,
Police say
that
this
bro
may be-
fell on his motherfucking neck too.
Well, just
Oh,
a senseless act.
shit.
Police say this
Yeah,
may be
guns
gang-related, but the baby was
Yeah.
not the intended target. The NYPD
Damn.
says they're looking for, listen up, a young male last seen wearing gray pants.
That's karma,
and a
though.
White T-shirt.
Sometimes
with a
karma
black
hit your ass
surgical
right there on the
mask covering
motherfucking
lower
spot,
part
man. You kill
of
a
his
baby.
face. Again, they say that
Shit.
he fled towards the
You
Marcy
lucky you just
houses,
flipped off that
not too far
motherfucker,
from
man.
where we're standing live right now on Moore Street and Humboldt Street. If you have any information, give police a call. Live right now in East.
Yeah, man. So I think it was actually an update. It was another update I want to show. Hold on. Let me pull this up. I think it was an update to this story though. New York, man, y'all, that shit right there way out of pocket, man. That shit, there's no excuse for that at all, man. Oh, here we go. Let's look at this real quick.
The NYPD says that 18-year-old was tracked down in Pennsylvania after a 48-hour manhunt. News 4's Charles Watson has the details and how a heartbroken community is responding tonight.
People who live in this neighborhood who either know the family or empathizes with them say this is a tragedy that they can't easily get over. What is satisfying to them, however, is confirmation that the second suspect, who police say played a role in the shooting death of the 7-month-old baby girl, is now in custody.
This village here has to protect our young people.
Whether you knew Kaori Patterson Moore and her family or not, the pain of the 7-month-old's tragic murder.
Okay, yeah, I wanted to try to pause it on the pictures real quick. So yeah, this is the 7-month-old little girl that got killed in a drive-by in New York. It says they have captured the second suspect. As y'all seen, they just flipped him off that bike. I don't know if that was before or after. We got to get a little more information on that. But this is the baby that lost her life. So rest in peace to her, and prayers out to her family, man.
Moore and her family or not, the pain of the 7-month-old's tragic murder weighs heavy on people in this section of Williamsburg.
Stuff like this happens because people want to play games with guns. You know, kids are real. You know, I can't imagine how her family's going to feel.
This is a very hurtful thing to see one of our young men go through this.
Family friend Patricia Mack among dozens of people who came out to honor the life.
Nah, I'm gonna say this, man. Fuck that. What the young man is going through. This is all about that baby, man. You know what I'm saying? Them motherfuckers gonna get whatever they're gonna get, and they deserve what they're gonna get for doing this dumbass shit. But you know, this is all about that young 7-month-old baby, man. And that's it. You know what I'm saying?
Friday evening, many lighting candles, writing messages of support, and shedding tears as they think about what life could have been for the baby girl.
It's just know that somebody is really hurting tonight, and they're more than we're hurting. You know? You know, but when one mother hurt, we all hurt.
Late Friday, police confirming the arrest of the second suspect, who authorities say played a role in the gang-related shooting that snatched Kaori's life away. Law enforcement sources telling News 4 18-year-old Matthew Rodriguez, the alleged moped driver, was taken into custody in Pennsylvania. This following the arrest of his alleged co-conspirator, 21-year-old Amari Green, who, according to a criminal complaint, faces murder and several counts of attempted murder for allegedly firing the shots that killed Kaori and grazed her 2-year-old brother. Welcome news to folks still trying.
Damn, so her little brothers too got grazed.
Flying off that bike, trying to do what they did. That even if it's gang and stuff, you don't do that. Not when kids are involved.
And despite the pain of losing Kaori, her grandmother telling News 4 on Thursday that she's willing to extend an olive branch to the young men now tied to her murder, telling them,
We forgive them and just.
Oh no, ain't no motherfucking olive branch. Listen, she's a bigger person than I am, because ain't no olive branch. The only olive branch I want you hooked up to is with got electric volts in that motherfucker, or it's gonna be an extended clip type shit. That's the only branches that's coming your way from me. But at the end of the day, shit, you know, she's a bigger woman than I am, man, because this is a senseless crime, and again, sometimes karma spin the block right on your ass, man. You in the mission of this crime, and then shit, you get flipped off your motherfucking bike, man. That's God telling you right there. You know what I'm saying? Your day's gonna be long and hard from here on out.
Telling them,
We forgive them and just repent to God. God is the ultimate judge.
now, police are looking into whether the baby's father was the intended target of the shooting. As for the second suspect, charges for his alleged role in the deadly shooting are currently pending. In Williamsburg, Charles Watson, News 4 New York.
Workplace discrimination.
Yeah, man. Hold up, lady. Let me take my damn show back. All right. Yeah, that's a wild story right there. New York, man. Y'all. I don't even know. I usually fuck with New York, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even with the East Coast, West Coast beat. But shit, tonight, New York, damn. Y'all making it hard on a brother right now, man. Y'all making it real fucking difficult, man. But that's what's going on in New York, man. So we looking like on time, man. All right, let's jump, man, because I want to jump to one of the main stories that I was going to cover tonight. And it's just as wild as the actual main story that I want to cover, to be real with you. But let's take a look at this real quick, man. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, man. This is the remix with Cali Dre. I'm on YouTube, Twitch, Kick, you know what I'm saying? Instagram, Threads, wherever the fuck you at. I'll pull up over there. You know what I'm saying? Talk my shit, do my 1-2. You know what I mean? But yeah. I want to get into one of these main stories that I got for y'all, man, because this story is wild. This story is wild as well, man. And it actually, I think it's also set in Florida, man. So this one right here kind of set in Florida. And it's involving a young man that goes to Florida to go visit his family, man. And sometimes family can't have you fucked up just as well as niggas on the street, man. I'm gonna just throw that out there right the fuck now, man. Hit that like button and subscribe to this damn channel. It's the remix with Cali Dre, man. Appreciate y'all for rocking.
Named Giovanni Pelletier was picked up in the middle of the night from his family's vacation home in Englewood, Florida, by 3 of his cousins before he would mysteriously disappear. At the time, he told his mother he was excited to reconnect with his father's side of the family, but within minutes of leaving, he sent her a chilling message, which read, "Mum, help." And by the next morning, Giovanni's phone had gone silent. His backpack and cell phone were later found abandoned near Interstate 75, an eerie discovery since his mother insisted that he would never have willingly left these items behind. However, a week later, searchers would uncover a badly decomposed body in a nearby pond, which was later confirmed through dental records to be Giovanni. In the days following this heartbreaking discovery, the police would interview the last people to see him, but after receiving conflicting accounts from the cousins, alongside the disturbing nature of this case, Giovanni's death remains an open investigation. So, as his devastated family mourns the loss of their loved one and pushes for federal investigators to take over, the question remains, what really happened to Giovanni Pelletier? And more importantly, who could be responsible? Giovanni Pelletier was born in April of 2007 in the state of Florida, where he spent the first few years of his life before moving to Raleigh, North Carolina at the age of 4 with his mother Bridget and his younger siblings. Growing up, Giovanni was known for his warm personality and his deep love for his family, especially his role as an older brother, which he took seriously. Those closest to him described Giovanni as kind-hearted and protective, with a natural ability to make people laugh and feel at ease. His mother often said that Giovanni had a light about him, a way of drawing people in with his smile and his easygoing nature. Friends recall him as loyal and caring, the kind of person you could count on when you needed someone in your corner. At school, Giovanni was hardworking and determined, recently graduating high school in Raleigh before looking ahead to the next chapter of his life. He had big dreams for his future and was eager to step into adulthood with both ambition and curiosity. He loved music, sports, and had a creative streak that often shone through in the way he expressed himself. But beyond his hobbies and goals, Giovanni's heart was always with his family. His mother, of Italian and Puerto Rican descent, and his father, who is African American, gave him a rich cultural background that he was proud of. And after turning 18, Giovanni became especially interested in learning more about his father's side of the family, who he had not grown up around. It was this desire for connection that led him to Florida in the summer of 2025, traveling with his mum, her fiancé, and his siblings for a family vacation in Englewood. Whilst there, Giovanni also arranged to meet cousins from his father's side, relatives that he had never truly known but hoped to bond with.
Okay, so he was meeting some new relatives, man, from his father's side, his cousins in Florida. He go from North Carolina to Florida to link up with his family, and you know what I'm saying. You know, he thinking that it's just gonna be, you know, a typical type of family vacation, man. But as you'll later learn, it becomes a lot more than that.
But what was meant to be a trip filled with family, adventures, and new beginnings would instead take a devastating turn, because just days later, Giovanni would vanish under mysterious circumstances on that fateful day in August. On Thursday, the 31st of July, the 18-year-old had planned to spend the night with his cousins, so in the early hours of the following morning, he was picked up outside his family's vacation home in Englewood by 3 people from his father's side of the family. They were relatives he barely knew, but Giovanni had been eager to reconnect with them, hoping to build new relationships. At first, nothing seemed unusual, just a late-night drive to spend time together, but not long after leaving, Giovanni began sending a series of alarming messages to his family. One text to his mother simply read, "Mum, help." He tried FaceTiming her as well, but she was asleep and missed the call. Giovanni also sent similar messages to his grandfather and his aunt, though by the time they saw them, he had already gone silent. Hours later, Giovanni's maternal grandfather received a voicemail from his paternal grandfather, claiming that there had been some kind of altercation in the car, and that the cousins had left Giovanni on the side of the road in Bradenton, nearly 50 miles from where he had been picked up. So, by the time morning came around, Giovanni's mother grew increasingly concerned when she checked her phone and realized what she had missed. Immediately, she tried tracking Giovanni's location using his phone's GPS, but what she would eventually discover was deeply unsettling. His backpack, with his cell phone still inside, had been abandoned near Interstate 75. But after making this discovery, the trail went cold, as there were no signs of Giovanni, and none of the stories told by his cousins provided clear answers about what had happened in those crucial final moments. So, later that very same day, with nowhere else to turn, Giovanni's mother made the heartbreaking decision to report her 18-year-old son as missing to the local police. On Friday, the 1st of August, just hours after Giovanni Pelletier had last been seen, his mother Bridget reported him missing to the Manatee County Sheriff's Office, explaining that her 18-year-old son had vanished overnight under deeply troubling circumstances. Officers immediately opened a missing persons case and began collecting.
Okay, so this is the missing person here. Let me pull this up real quick. This is the missing persons flyer that was put out. Damn, are you gonna show the flyer? Oh shit, there it goes. Okay, so this is the missing person flyer that was put out. On this, they're asking people to review dash cam footage, especially from vehicles traveling on I-75 near Englewood. So that's where he was last seen by his cousins, and that's where his phone and his backpack were found. And that's actually going to become a very key destination in this entire case right here. So let's check back in with this.
To the local police. On Friday, the 1st of August, just hours after Giovanni Pelletier had last been seen, his mother Bridget reported him missing to the Manatee County Sheriff's Office, explaining that her 18-year-old son had vanished overnight under deeply troubling circumstances. Officers immediately opened a missing persons case and began collecting statements from family members, piecing together what little information they had. And through their inquiries, investigators quickly learned about the cryptic text Giovanni had sent to his mother asking for help, along with the abandoned backpack and phone that were later recovered near Interstate 75. This detail was especially concerning to investigators, given that Giovanni's family insisted he never went anywhere without his phone. But as officers pressed for more information, they uncovered a troubling inconsistency, as the cousins who had picked Giovanni up in the middle of the night had told deputies that he had simply become paranoid after smoking marijuana, before threatening them with a weapon and then exiting the vehicle on his own. However, Giovanni's family struggled to accept this version of events, as to them, the story didn't add up. They also pointed out that Giovanni had no history of erratic behavior, and they questioned why the cousins would leave him alone in the middle of the night, nearly 50 miles from where he had been picked up. But despite these contradictions, investigators pressed forward anyway, retracing Giovanni's last known movements and speaking with relatives from both sides of the family. But in doing so, they found that cooperation was far from unanimous. Some individuals reportedly withheld information, while others appeared strangely detached from Giovanni's sudden disappearance, an attitude that only deepened suspicions. In the days that followed, search efforts spanned across multiple counties, with local law enforcement, volunteer groups, and Giovanni's own family working tirelessly to generate new leads. And yet, even as tips came in, solid answers remained frustratingly out of reach. However, as investigators continued combing through the evidence, it wouldn't be too much longer before they uncovered a key piece of information, a detail that would dramatically shift the direction of the case. On Monday, the 4th of August, in the days following Giovanni's disappearance, investigators revealed that the statements made by Giovanni's cousins varied slightly in timing and location, and none of them could explain why Giovanni's belongings had been found abandoned miles away near Interstate 75. To law enforcement, this raised a troubling possibility that something sinister could have taken place that night, which could have put Giovanni's life in danger. So, investigators expanded their search efforts, combing through wooded areas, drainage canals, and isolated stretches of road between Englewood and Bradenton. Volunteers joined in, distributing flyers, while Giovanni's devastated family pleaded publicly for answers. But the lack of clarity only deepened tensions, with Bridget openly questioning why her son's cousins weren't being more forthcoming about what had happened that night.
Right. So the cousins were telling different stories of what happened to Giovanni that night. And this is where it gets interesting.
And then, nearly a week into the search, investigators would make a discovery that would change the entire tone of the investigation, as while canvassing a rural area not far from where Giovanni was last believed to have been, search teams turned their attention toward a small, murky pond tucked away behind the overgrown brush. At first glance, it seemed like just another body of water in a region dotted with swamps and retention ponds, but something about this location, given its proximity to Giovanni's last known movements, as well as the fact that it had been overlooked in the initial search, compelled investigators to take a closer look. And soon after the search teams began entering the water, what they would uncover would devastate not only Giovanni's family, but the entire community.
Yeah. So if you guys didn't see that, let me spin it back for y'all so y'all could get another visual of what just happened right here.
Cousins weren't being more forthcoming about what had happened that night. And then, nearly a week into the search, investigators would make a discovery that would change the entire tone of the investigation.
So that right there appears to be somebody running their ass off through that field on the side of the freeway. And this video was captured, I believe, after the disappearance. It had to be after the disappearance. I don't know how long, maybe a couple months or something. But this video was captured, and I believe it identifies this young man, Giovanni Pelletier, the night of his disappearance.
Nearly a week into the search, investigators would make a discovery that would change the entire tone of the investigation, as while canvassing a rural area not far from where Giovanni was last believed to have been, search teams turned their attention toward a small, murky pond tucked away behind the overgrown brush. At first glance, it seemed like just another body of water in a region dotted with swamps and retention ponds, but something about this location, given its proximity to Giovanni's last known movements, as well as the fact that it had been overlooked in the initial search, compelled investigators to take a closer look. And soon after the search teams began entering the water, what they would uncover would devastate not only Giovanni's family, but the entire community. On Friday, the 8th of August, just over a week after Giovanni Pelletier was last seen, the search for the missing 18-year-old would take a devastating turn. Submerged in the murky water, they recovered the lifeless body of a young male, and following an extensive examination, it was later confirmed that the remains belonged to Giovanni. It is still unclear whether investigators were led to the pond through a specific tip, or if it had simply been flagged during a scheduled search of the area. But regardless of how it came about, the outcome was nothing short of heartbreaking for his family, who at the time had been clinging desperately to the hope that Giovanni would be found alive. For Bridget and her children, the news was devastating. After days of uncertainty, they were now being forced to confront the unimaginable truth that Giovanni was gone, and the discovery sent shockwaves throughout the local community, many of whom had been following the case closely from the start. Tributes quickly began to pour in, both online and at local vigils, as neighbors and friends expressed their condolences to the family and assured them that they would not rest until the truth was revealed. But while Giovanni's body had been found, the circumstances of his death were anything but clear. The stories of those last seen with him still didn't align, and the questions that haunted everyone remained unanswered. How exactly did Giovanni end up in that pond? And more importantly, was someone else responsible for his death? But to make the situation even darker, security camera footage eventually emerged, which captured Giovanni sprinting toward the pond alone, raising speculation that he could have been running from someone at the time. But without any conclusive evidence proving this to be the case, investigators were left scratching their heads as they continued to probe further in their unwavering quest to uncover the truth.
Yeah, so as you can see in this video, this is Giovanni the night of his disappearance, streaking towards the pond. So that led the investigators to believe that somebody could have been chasing his ass. But I don't know if anybody else appears. We don't have enough video in this clip to determine if anybody else shows up. But as you can see, he's hauling ass through this field toward the pond for some unknown reason.
Situation even darker. Security camera footage eventually emerged, which captured Giovanni sprinting toward the pond alone, raising speculation that he could have been running from someone at the time. But without any conclusive evidence proving this to be the case, investigators were left scratching their heads as they continued to probe further in their unwavering quest to uncover the truth. Now, unfortunately, as far as the official investigation goes, this is all we know for now. But the Manatee County Sheriff's Office have promised to continue investigating all possible leads, including the people he was last seen with, as they attempt to piece together the final moments of Giovanni's life in their search.
Okay, so this is the cousins right here. This is a picture of the cousins, man. Here, I want to look at that real quick. There we go. So these are the last three people that Giovanni was seen with right here. Y'all tell me, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't know if I'm trusting these motherfuckers along with my son, you know what I'm saying? But y'all let me know in the comments, man, what this look like to you. And these is his cousins, mind you.
As they attempt to piece together the final moments of Giovanni's life in their search for answers. But for his grieving family, this uncertainty has only deepened the pain as they try to make sense of the troubling circumstances surrounding his initial disappearance and eventual death. The strange details of Giovanni's final hours have already led to widespread speculation online, especially given the conflicting stories from his cousins. So it's no surprise that many people have begun to claim that the truth is far more complicated than what has been revealed so far. But with the police remaining tight-lipped until they can verify their information, Giovanni's family are only left to wait as they hold out hope that his case will eventually be solved. So with that, let's get into some of the potential theories. Now, just before we dive into the speculation, as always, I wanted to take a quick moment to personally acknowledge Giovanni's family, who are undoubtedly experiencing unimaginable grief during this time. Given the sensitive nature of this situation, I think it's important that we approach any potential explanations with care and respect, as for now, these theories remain nothing more than unconfirmed ideas. Until official answers emerge, they only serve as possibilities, shaped by what has been shared by law enforcement, the media, and members of Giovanni's own community. But with that being said, one of the most widely considered theories by the investigating police is that Giovanni may have run away in a state of distress on the night he vanished. According to the account given by his cousins, Giovanni allegedly became agitated while in the car after smoking some marijuana and pulled out a weapon before bolting into the darkness, leaving his belongings behind in the process. So from this perspective, his disappearance could have been the result of panic or disorientation, a moment of emotional crisis that could have led him deep into the woods, where he may have accidentally drowned after stumbling into the pond.
All right, so that's the first theory, right? Is an accidental death. Y'all let me know in the comments if y'all think accidental death is the way that Giovanni went out, man.
Well, another theory that some people have begun to consider online is the possibility that Englewood, Florida, where Giovanni was last seen, could carry undertones of being a sundown town, given its overwhelmingly white population and the strikingly low percentage of black residents recorded in the latest census data. For Giovanni, a young person of color.
Yeah, y'all know. Y'all let me know in the comments if y'all know what the sundown town is all about. Florida sundown towns. So this is a list of them right here on this map. Sundown towns, man. I think that's the towns that when the sun go down, your black ass better not be around. I think that's one of them kind of towns. I think that's what it means. I could be wrong on that, but y'all check me on that if I'm wrong. Hit that like button.
Given its overwhelmingly white population and the strikingly low percentage of black residents recorded in the latest census data. For Giovanni, a young person of color from North Carolina, this demographic imbalance may have meant that he stood out more than usual while visiting, which could have made him more vulnerable to prejudice or hostility in a community where outsiders may not always feel welcome. And when you combine that with Englewood's reputation as a relatively small, tight-knit town, it raises the question of whether long-standing biases might still linger beneath the surface. What adds fuel to this theory is the fact that, according to Giovanni's family, he was reportedly behaving very strangely after smoking marijuana shortly before his disappearance. Normally, this substance alone would not account for the type of extreme distress and erratic behavior that was described, which has led to speculation that the drugs he was given that night may have been laced with something far more dangerous. The problem, however, is that toxicology reports can take months to complete, so for now, there is no way of knowing what substances may have been in Giovanni's system at the time. But if he had unknowingly been drugged, whether through spiked marijuana or something slipped to him without his knowledge, this could help explain why his behavior seemed so out of character, and why the events that followed spiraled so quickly into tragedy. Of course, I must emphasize that there is no concrete evidence linking Giovanni's case directly to racial bias or sundown town practices in Englewood. And this is simply a theory that some people have been discussing online based on...
Okay, so how many of y'all think the sundown town theory with the laced drugs is the way to go? Because I really don't know. You know what I'm saying? This case kind of caught me. I was paying attention to it, and I was like, man, let me bring this to the people and find out what the people think, man.
Giovanni's very own family could be responsible. Now, as I mentioned earlier, there is no concrete evidence to explicitly confirm any of these theories. However, many within the community have speculated that foul play could be the most likely explanation here, with Giovanni's very own cousins being the key suspects. Police have stated that while the case initially began as a missing persons investigation, they have not ruled out the possibility of foul play should new evidence come to light, which has kept speculation alive, with many turning their focus towards the people who were among the last known individuals to see Giovanni alive. According to his mother, the cousins never followed up with her after he suddenly disappeared, and even refused to assist with the initial search efforts or offer any further explanations. What also raises eyebrows is the fact that Giovanni's cell phone and belongings were left behind, an unusual detail considering he was not the type of person to walk off without his essentials. If the stories told by his cousins are to be believed, then why would Giovanni abandon everything he had on him? And furthermore, why has their version of events left so many unanswered questions about what truly transpired that night? Some community members have even suggested the possibility of a confrontation escalating beyond control, leading to a tragic outcome that was later disguised as Giovanni running away in distress. If this theory holds any truth, it could mean that his body ending up in the pond was not the result of an accident, but rather a deliberate attempt to conceal what had happened. Of course, it must be stressed that no evidence has publicly surfaced linking his cousins to foul play, and law enforcement has not made any official accusations against them. But the fact remains, they were the last people with Giovanni before he vanished, and so it's no surprise that that detail alone has kept them at the center of suspicion. However, until more information is revealed, we can only continue to speculate on what truly happened that night. So for the time being, I urge you to please show your support to the Pelletier family.
Yeah, Definitely show your support to the fan. How many of y'all think that the cousins that he actually went with were involved in his disappearance? Because until this day, I don't think anybody knows, man. So here I got another little clip I want to show on this. Let me see if it has any more information. Hit that like button and subscribe to the channel.
Well, the Manatee County Sheriff's Office has now released the cause of death for a teenager who went missing a week before his body was eventually found in a retention pond. An autopsy report released today determined that Giovanni Pelletier drowned in that pond. Manatee County Sheriff's reports that he was visiting Englewood from North Carolina. His cousin and two other guys picked him up, according to his family. And then, according to his cousin, they all smoked marijuana, and Pelletier had a bad reaction to it. He ended up leaving the car, as you see here in this video, and running down an embankment. His body was later found in that retention pond.
I can manage the whole process in one day.
Okay, so how many of y'all think that that the people that were with Giovanni, man, has something to do with his disappearance and his unaliving, I'll say? Because I thought that all of the people in that car were his cousins, but it turns out only one of the people in that car were his cousins. And so, you know, he may have smoked some bad weed or some lace weed, or it could have been something that, you know, somebody was after his ass. I don't know. But I thought that was a pretty interesting story, man. And I think still to this day, you know, there hasn't been many updates as far as, you know, I find it interesting that the police weren't able to link any of the three suspects in the car to anything that happened to him, or, you know, if he smoked some lace weed. The toxicology report didn't really show that. So I just thought this was a very interesting and strange case for a few of those different reasons, man. But yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think, man. I've been in this motherfucker talking for like 2 hours. You know what I'm saying? Y'all let me know what y'all think. You know what I mean? Was it the cousins? Was it accidental? Was it some lace weed? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? What else did I want to talk about? Yeah, the Offset shit. Here, let's jump real quick because I want to watch this Offset video real quick and determine what in the fuck happened to Offset today, man. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, man. Let's take a look at this video real quick. As y'all know, Offset was shot today. I think Lil TJ was involved. I don't know if he was shot, the shooter. I don't know. It's unconfirmed right now. But this is the scene right here. Let's take a look at the scene real quick and see if we can get some information, man, because I think this went on in Miami. Okay, so look like an altercation still going on. Yeah, it's still going. Look like the altercation still going. You know what I'm saying?
They got this guy detained.
So yeah, police on the ground. Look like either Offset or TJ on the ground. Somebody on the ground getting hemmed up by the police. So it looked like this happened in Florida, man. It's crazy. Yeah, that's some. Yeah, okay. All right. I guess that's all the video we got, man. Let me see if there's any more updates on this shit. This shit did happen a little bit back, man. Hit that like button for your boy one time. Subscribe to the channel, man. Let me see if I can get some updates on this story real quick. Nah, not that story, man. We already looked at that. Hold on. Here, let me get out of that real quick. But yeah, Offset got shot today, man. I don't know what the hell that was behind. Let me see if there's anything else on this. Oh, okay. So yeah, that looks crazy. I don't know what the fuck that is. What is that? Oh, okay. Here, let's take a look at this real quick.
left because reports are now coming in that Offset was allegedly shot near the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino, Hollywood, Florida.
Gun violence here in the casino in Hard Rock. He's still going. He's still mad. They got this guy detained. Just shot a guy. The guy did shot. Oh my God.
Okay, so I think that's a gun. Is that a gun on the ground? Look like a gun holster or some shit. I think that's a gun.
And according to multiple confirmed reports, he is currently in stable condition. Now, let's be clear.
Okay,
This
so
is
Offset,
not a
all
rumor
right.
gossip page. Offset team reportedly confirmed that he was shot and is now receiving medical treatment at the hospital. Police says that this happened in the valet area outside the casino around 7 p.m., and the injuries are being described as non-life-threatening. They also reported detaining 2 individuals while the investigation is still ongoing. So right now, nobody knows who fired the shots, what the motive was, whether this was targeted, or if this even started from some type of altercation outside of the casino.
So basically, don't nobody know shit. That's basically what I took from that. Don't nobody know shit yet. But that's the update. Offset doing all right. I guess both parties doing all right. Everybody's still alive. But Offset most definitely got shot tonight.
Now, what makes this story even crazier or hit home is because we just reported just a few days ago, Offset was spotted in a casino. And in the casino, a fan was trying to get a picture, which Offset declined because he said he was alone and he wanted to make sure that he was safe at the casino.
We argue with Offset, y'all.
Picture, goddamn, nigga, you ain't that much of a celebrity, bro. You ain't that much of a celebrity, bro. That's only guy for a picture. By myself. I'm not for a picture. Goddamn, we black people.
And that's why this is hitting extra hard online right now.
Yo, Offset, let me get a pic. Offset, let me get a pic. Oh, Offset. Oh.
Then on the little TJ side, people also remember that TJ himself survived a near-fatal shooting back in 2022 after being shot multiple times in New Jersey.
Bro. Prayers in the chat, bro. Everyone put a prayer emoji in the chat, bro. No f***ing way, bro. All my life I didn't know. All my life I didn't know. That's crazy, bro. You gonna make it through, my brother.
What I've been told.
Yeah, I remember Lil TJ was shot a couple years ago. He actually got he had 1 or 2 bangers, man, that I got on my playlist. But I remember he was shot a little while back. So are they saying that was connected to what Offset had going on? Letitia Davis, what up? What up? Yeah, man, we trying to figure out what's going on with this Offset shit, man. Right now, it don't look like nobody know shit. Ain't nobody seen nothing. Ain't nobody heard nothing. Don't nobody know nothing. But shit, we gonna try to find out, man.
Officially is that both people were shot. I did talk to the little TJ team. I hit Offset directly, hoping he's good. He hasn't responded. I'm just hoping these are non-life-threatening injuries, no matter where it happened, right?
So now you got 2 artists who named are both tied to past gun violent incidents, and social media is instantly pushing the story everywhere. Right now, prayers for Offset as more details drop on who was detained and what actually led to the shooting. This story is definitely going to keep developing, and we're going to keep you guys posted.
We thought Offset got pum by a disgruntled fan. Guess who they say he was in a scuffle with? Little TJ. Say, hey, word on the street, this is all alleged. They say that Offset, little TJ finally met. Him and Offset got hand in hand. Offset said there's too much going on in Atlanta. Atlanta need a W. Say he whooped little TJ.
They say after the whole situation.
Hey, listen, Atlanta do need a W though. Let's keep it real. The A, I fuck with the A, but the A need a W, man. It's been especially with this latest Gucci Mane shit, man. But yeah, I agree with that. Let's check in with a little bit more of this. I wasn't too sure about bro and what the fuck he was talking about, but yeah, I think he's hitting it right where, you know what I mean? Right, you know what I'm saying?
Damn,
Right about where it's at.
this said tried to walk off, and Lil TJ felt like goddamn Rico from Paid in Full and shot Offset in the ass. Said they got Lil TJ in the back of a cop car. Lil TJ, you couldn't take the whooping? Oh man, listen.
Oh, so that's what happened. Okay, so Offset beat the brakes off Lil TJ. Lil TJ pulled a pistol out, shoot him in the ass. You can't make this shit up right here, man. You cannot make this shit up, man. Hit that like button.
So what's going on in the rap industry? I think we all need to just start listening back to R&B, because these people ain't who they say they is, y'all. Well, this whole time I'm thinking it's a disruptive fan. They wanted to probably take a picture of Offset saying I'm gambling. This seeing the op, whooped his op ass, walking off, think it's over. Then Lil TJ popped him in the
Oh shit.
Lord.
Is that what happened?
Listen, y'all. We're gonna get some updates, but apparently they said that allegedly Lil TJ popped too. I don't know if that's true or not, but all I know is that it was a fight before. I'll update y'all when I get some more information. Boy, hip hop down there too.
Hey, y'all let me know in the comments if y'all think that's what happened, man. Did Offset and Lil TJ get in a fight? Offset ended up beating the brakes off Lil TJ. He walk off, you know what I'm saying? Stroll the fuck off, and Lil TJ pull out the blick and pop him in his motherfucking. Is that what happened? Oh man, if that's what happened, God,
I'm just the
damn,
messenger,
bro.
Let's know why. This bitch did $1 million. That's what they cost.
Okay, you got the $1 million joint on. You got the $1 million joint on. Okay, so it looked like Bobby Shmurda was there too. Fans spotted Offset and Bobby Shmurda hanging out at the Hard Rock. Okay, was it the same casino Offset was at? Is it the same day? Cause that, you know what I mean? That's a little interesting. Bobby Shmurda, a New York nigga. I don't know what his ties is to Lil TJ, but shit. I mean, at this point, you get shot in the ass. I'm looking at everybody, but bruh, everybody's suspect. I don't give a fuck.
Security, we outside. So you gamble to pay your rent. We gamble for fun. So when we lose, we laugh about it. We wake up the next morning, pull out an M, and we're back at it. I wish we could do that. Just me, raw and uncut. You know what I mean? I just wanted to give some context of what my brain be thinking. You know, it's a blessing, man. I just put on what
I think Offset need to stay away from this gambling shit, man. I mean, I think that they was on some gambling shit the night Takeoff got killed, if I'm not mistaken. On some late night gambling type shit. You know what I'm saying? Offset, you might want to save your money, brother. Start investing some of that shit, bro. It's a lot of young up and coming rappers, man, that you could be, you know what I'm saying, putting money behind, man. You giving it to the motherfucking casino. This is what I be talking about, bro. This is my issue with a lot of the successful entertainers and athletes and shit like that, man. You know what I'm saying? The money that they gamble, and that's their money to gamble. But if you really want to, you know what I'm saying, not get shot in the ass, you might want to donate that to the local community. I know if you take that $1 million and you donate it to the local community, you're probably not going to get shot in the ass. I'm just throwing that out there, man. Let me know if that makes sense to y'all, man. Hit the like button.
Yeah. Hey, yo, it's 2026. I turned 25 this year. You broke, stay away from me. I'm not going near no bum ass 2026 and the rest of my life. You made 2026 and you got no money. Congratulations, you a bum ass nigga and it's your fault. Stay away.
Did he give you your money back?
Yeah, he talking to y'all. He talking to y'all, motherfucker.
Offset and Lil TJ were supposedly both shot.
TMZ first reported that Offset was shot. And
Okay, yeah, I
got some
can't
pretty
even
good
do it with the
sources.
AI whack academics. Yeah, I think that's the end of that, man. I don't think it's no more news on this, man. I'm gonna definitely stay tapped in with this story because shit, everybody talking about this shit, man. I gotta get in on these motherfucking views, man. Uh, yeah, what we looking like on time, man? You know what? I was gonna tell y'all another amazing story tonight, but I think I'm gonna save that shit for tomorrow, man. I think we didn't hit a home run tonight, man. We didn't cover a whole bunch of shit. New York way the fuck out of pocket, and it just so happens that a New York nigga was involved in this shooting with Offset. New York, y'all out of pocket tonight. Y'all doing a whole bunch of wild. New York wilding the fuck out today, bro. And I think that's where we're gonna end this motherfucking show, man. So hit that like button, man. Subscribe to the channel. This the remix with Cali Dre, man. I'm gonna definitely be back more frequently, man. I just been doing my 1-2. You know what I'm saying? I got a big play in motion that I'm really trying to set up and bring to y'all some real guests, some real entertainment, man. So stay tuned, man. What did we cover tonight, man? We got to the politics. Basically, Trump fucking up. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna sum the whole politics segment up in just that. Trump fucking up. What else do we cover tonight? A bunch of New York bullshit. I mean, a bunch of New York bullshit, bro. New York, y'all wilding the fuck out, man. Fall back, man. I know y'all wake up earlier than us. We on the West Coast, we laid back and shit. But man, y'all need to fall the fuck back, man. Get that extra 3 hours of sleep, my brother. It might change your life. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. What else do we cover, man? The Pelletier case, you know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to him. Still no updates on what actually happened to him, how he ended up in the bottom of that pond. So, I think I guess for right now that still remains a cold case. But y'all let me know in the comments what y'all think happened to Pelletier, man. And rest in peace to him, prayers to his family. And yeah, man. I think we're gonna cut it, man. I'm gonna push that other story to tomorrow, man. I got a story for y'all tomorrow, man. That's gonna be the wildest shit y'all ever heard, and y'all ain't gonna believe that is real. I was gonna do it tonight, but I covered a little bit more of these stories than I planned to. So we're gonna jump in for tomorrow, man. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? But this is the remix with Cali Dre. I appreciate y'all for rocking with your boy. Check back in with me tomorrow. We're gonna have another great show. And shit, we're gonna do it how we supposed to do it, man. Speaking that real truth to power, tapping in with this entertainment game, trying to get some motherfucking money over this motherfucker, man. Hit the cash app, subscribe to the motherfucking channel, like the videos, share the videos. You know what I'm saying? Hit the hype button on this motherfucker, follow all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Good night. Good night to you as well. You know what I'm saying? Good night to you as well, Letitia Davis, man. And with that, I'm finna get the fuck out of here.
Money on my mind, got my money in my mind. Money on my mind, got my time with us. I'm from California, man. I guess we'll start with this. Banged out, started cap, glued to the cul-de-sac, looking like an artifact. Trying to get that money back. Yellow jackets coming, mama about to have a heart attack. Southeast San Diego, we was at the heart of that. You moved about the hood, my nigga, you ain't want no part of that. Move to work and let the money drip the laundry mat. I pray to God the homie get his little daughter back. So many problems and it's not even a part of rap. So many suckers and they hating and they copycat. And life is bigger than these bitches that you hollered at. And if you bleed it out, I better get $3 back. And all I'm giving is the facts. Pay attention to the stats and never making mention of the jacks. Gotta keep the money stacked, work your way through the traps. Money motivated to the max. Money on my mind, got my money in my mind. Money